Genesis chapter 1 to chapter 3. In the beginning, at the very start, God created everything, the heavens above and the earth below. But the earth was shapeless and empty, covered in darkness, with the Spirit of God gently moving over the waters. Then God spoke, "Let there be light," and suddenly, light appeared. Seeing that the light was good, God separated it from the darkness. He called the light day, and the darkness night. This marked the end of the first day, with evening turning into morning. Next, God said, "Let there be a space to separate the waters." So, God created the sky, dividing the waters below from the waters above. This was the second day, ending with evening and morning. On the third day, God commanded the waters under the sky to gather in one place, revealing dry land. He called the dry land, earth, and the gathered waters, seas. Then God made the land burst with all kinds of plants, seed-bearing crops and fruit trees, each producing seeds according to their kind. God saw it was good. On the fourth day, God placed lights in the sky, the sun to rule the day, the moon to rule the night, and countless stars. These lights would mark time, seasons, days, and years, shining down on the earth. God was pleased with what he had made. The fifth day brought life to the waters and skies. God created all kinds of sea creatures and every bird to fill the skies. He blessed them, telling them to multiply and fill the seas and the earth. On the sixth day, God made animals to live on the land, livestock, wild animals, and creatures that crawl on the ground. Then God said, "Let's make people in our own image, to represent us and rule over the fish, the birds, and all the animals." So, God created mankind, male and female, in his image. God blessed them and told them to be fruitful, multiply, fill the earth, and take care of it. He gave them every plant and tree with seeds as food. Likewise, all the animals received green plants to eat. Looking over everything he had created, God saw that it was very good. Evening came, and morning followed, the sixth day was complete. Genesis chapter 2. Thus the heavens and the earth were completed in all their vast array. By the seventh day, God had finished the work he had been doing, so on that day, he rested from all his work. God blessed the seventh day and made it holy because he rested from the work of creating. This is the account of the heavens and the earth when the Lord God made them. At that time, no shrub or plant had yet appeared on the earth because the Lord God had not sent rain, and there was no one to work the ground. However, streams came up from the earth and watered the surface. Then the Lord God formed a man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and the man became a living being. The Lord God planted a garden in the east, in Eden, where he put the man he had formed. God caused all kinds of trees to grow, pleasing to the eye and good for food, including the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. A river flowed out of Eden, dividing into four headwaters, the Pishon, winding through Havilah with gold, aromatic resin, and onyx, the Gihon, through Cush, the Tigris, along Asher, and the Euphrates. The Lord God put the man in the Garden of Eden to work and take care of it. He commanded the man that he could eat from any tree except the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, warning that eating from it would cause death. God declared it was not good for the man to be alone, so he planned to make a helper suitable for him. God formed all the wild animals and birds, bringing them to the man to name, but no suitable helper was found for Adam. So God caused the man to fall into a deep sleep, took one of his ribs, and made a woman from it, bringing her to the man. The man said, "This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man." This explains why a man leaves his father and mother and is united to his wife, becoming one flesh. Adam and his wife were both naked and felt no shame. Genesis chapter 3. Now the serpent was more crafty than any of the wild animals the Lord God had made. He asked the woman, "Did God really say, 'You must not eat from any tree in the garden'?" The woman replied that they could eat from the trees except the one in the middle of the garden, warning that if they ate from it or touched it, they would die. The serpent told her, "You will not certainly die. God knows that when you eat it your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." When the woman saw that the tree was good for food, pleasing to the eye, and desirable for gaining wisdom, she took some and ate it. She also gave some to her husband, who ate it too. Then their eyes were opened, and they realized they were naked, so they sewed fig leaves together to make themselves loincloths. When they heard the Lord God walking in the garden, they hid because they were afraid. God called to the man, asking where he was. The man admitted he was afraid because he was naked, so he hid. God asked if he had eaten from the forbidden tree. The man blamed the woman, saying she gave him the fruit. The woman blamed the serpent for deceiving her. Then God pronounced judgments. The serpent would be cursed to crawl and eat dust, and there would be enmity between it and the woman's offspring. The woman would experience pain in childbirth, and her desire would be for her husband, who would rule over her. The man would have to work hard to produce food from the ground, which would now produce thorns and thistles. He would eat bread by the sweat of his brow until he returned to dust, for he was made from it. God made garments of skin for Adam and Eve and clothed them. Then he banished them from the Garden of Eden to prevent them from eating from the tree of life and living forever. God placed cherubim and a flaming sword to guard the way to the tree of life.